Hello, it's Teacher Kristie again, back today with my top 10 list. Well, today my top 10 list of things to do is what to do with a dissident and disinterested student. At VipKid, we don't have any dissident or disinterested students whatsoever. Of course, all of our students are bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to go. So this video is really for all of you other teachers at all of those other places where they have disinterested students. Those of you with VipKid can go ahead and follow along, to see what all the other teachers are going through. So what do you do when a kid who's just totally disinterested, totally not engaged in your lesson? Top 10 in no particular order. Number 1, usually the first thing I do is ask them to go get something. I sort of creep on them a little bit. I look in their room, I look around, I try to see what they have. And then I say, hey, do you have a princess? Can you go get that for me? Show me. Or if they're drawing, like, can you show me? What are you drawing? What are you doing? Can you show me your car? Whatever that is. If you can get them bringing you something to show you, they get really, really excited about this. It's super fun. That will work for most students to get them engaged and talking about something that they like, and it's something you come back to in lessons, throughout the lesson. The second thing that I often do, and this is incredibly effective for younger students, they think it's hilarious. I will just go to sleep. And eventually they'll look up like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And I'll go, teacher, wake up. And they go, teacher, wake up. And then I jump and I'm like, ah! And we make a big giant scene. And they think it's hilarious. They think it's absolutely hilarious to scold me and to see me jump. So then going forward, every single time they start to drift off or not pay attention, I fall asleep. Some of your older kids will actually understand the underlying meaning behind this and how we need to stay awake and engaged. It's a great way to train your students. I use this a lot with those boys who are super all over the place, and it brings them back to task. That's incredibly effective. Another thing I'll do is I'll just start jamming out. Let's jam out for a while. Until they're like, get to the point that they're like, what are you doing? Most of the time, especially your students, will start to laugh or think this is funny. The older students will actually laugh too, if you do it long enough. It just gets them re-engaged. It gets them focusing on you a little bit more. The same is true with like faces. They start making faces. I tend to try to get their attention back by not exactly trying to get their attention. Not being like, hello, are you there? Pay attention to me. But to just do something so crazy that they're interested in whatever it is I'm doing that's so bizarre. With older kids who are being unruly or slightly obstinate, now again for the other companies, because this isn't at VipKid, I'll just kind of look at them unimpressed. And wait, and wait. And this gets really uncomfortable really fast for older students who will then jump and realize that they're doing something that's socially not okay, something that is just not okay. And this is really effective for students. A lot of times they'll jump and be like, okay, and then we can move on. Younger students might not get this as much. Now, this is one of my favorite things to do when kids aren't paying attention. I have to screen share because it doesn't work as well on this program that I'm using. This program's called CamMask. I know there's ManyMask and there's a number of different programs that you can use for this, but I'll just change my camera. And without saying anything, I'll just all of a sudden start teaching like a superhero, or I'll put that on my head, and just randomly, And a lot of times if they're really not paying attention, it totally surprises them and they think it's really quite funny and they're quite interested. Or you'll just have, something randomly going. And sometimes it does take quite a while for the students to notice that you actually have this going on. But if they know that you're going to be doing this, a lot of times they'll look for it. So I'll just start doing crazy things. And there's thousands of things that you can do and thousands of things that would be interesting for them to do that really keeps their attention. The next thing that I try, I do this with the younger kids or sometimes in trials. I'll just start talking to my puppet. Like, how are you, Pig? How are you, Teacher Kristie? What are you doing today? I don't know. I'm waiting for him. Oh, okay. And we start having a conversation. When the kid realizes that I'm not actually having a conversation with them, but I'm having a conversation with the puppet, again, I guess they think I'm crazy. And that's really a benefit. They want to know, what are you doing? We always stop for stretch, 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 stretch. Stretch sessions are very, very effective. It's hard to keep in mind these guys are up very late at night, so stretch, stretch, stretch. Another step that I'll do is I'll grab a pet, one of my dogs, or I'll go and grab an object. And this is often what I do as a bit of a last resort because it's time consuming. But a common object that I'll grab, particularly with older kids, is this one. I'll just like not even say anything. Hey. I got it. So I'll just start doing that, and they're gonna wonder, why are you doing that? I'm sure that my roommates wonder that too at 4 in the morning. But that's incredibly effective. So is drawing. Just randomly drawing something on the screen. A lot of times they'll join in with you and draw. When all is said and done and you try all your tricks in your hat, there is only so much you can do. There is a limit. And if you get to that point and you've tried all these random things and it's not working, here's what you do. You realize it's only 25 minutes. I can do anything for 25 minutes. And you kind of bear with it. You kind of go with it. I tend to leave feedback for, particularly for parents that have come back multiple times. One of the biggest suggestions I might make is if I really got to this point and the kid is really not paying attention, I do suggest to parents that somebody sit with the kid. And I find that usually solves the problem completely. It is a bit of a risk, but I usually do put it in the feedback if it becomes a problem and it's habitual. The first time it happens to me, I'm going to assume the kid's tired, had a bad day. The second time, I might mention a little bit. The third time, I might say, hey, this is a real problem. These are my tricks. They're kind of crazy. If you have any more, put them down in the comment box. Let people know. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos because I'm making them all for you. Okay, hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching.